Hey guys, welcome to another After Dark. It is CMR and
One and only watch Chrissy work.
yeah.
Okay, where's my headphone?
All right, guys. So guess what I gotta go on? We're gonna get the ball rolling. hmm Oh,
I don't know.
babes.
Guys,
Listen me there. Intro me there. I try play it up. Guys, me don't know why intro not play. We have to make it stay. Intro not play. Anyways, After Dark, guys. This one is gonna be short. It's not gonna be
I wanted you to
resume.
use the title Men Body Count.
Mental, you want to put in man and woman body count?
That's what I told
No, when I say body
you.
count, I mean really both males and females. No?
Okay, because I'm going to elaborate
You're gonna elaborate, so
on y'all.
yeah, on y'all.
I got to answer this one. Yes.
All right, call in, babes. I think you could monitor it over here, cause you know it's weird. Do so
Unknown caller.
right away. Caller, then each caller. Where you call cut for?
Guys, I'll be drinking some ginger tea because I'm in pain. Pain without a cause, So,
Yeah, guys, I got to answer this one. All right.
come on. That maybe was the person
Good night, Carter.
calling.
Carter gang. Call back, guys. All right, you want me to call him back then?
Okay, Desperado.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me drink my tea.
Yep. So what do you say?
Facebook,
Do you wanna
YouTube.
answer now or you wanna wait until the ball rolling? Facebook, big up on yourself. YouTube, big up on yourself. One of the key things we want y'all to do over Facebook is share the live, guys. We want to get 200 shares for tonight. That's a share goal for this live on Facebook. YouTube, press the like button. If you're just watching the video, if you just joined live, press the like button. YouTube like when you do that. If you're watching it on the rerun because you didn't catch it live, I'm sorry you didn't, but press the like button also and leave you a comment. You
That's
feel me?
right.
So, do you want to say something yet or you want to wait?
No, I want the person who was calling to come and
Call
talk
back.
about it first.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Glamvisor in the building. Fabulous in the building from Facebook. We got Nakia from YouTube. Good night, Carter gang. Gang, 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 gang. Good night, guys. Big up yourself, Rosalind. You know it's Press the like button. Let me press a share. May I tell Uno for share? I'm gonna do my due diligence yet. So you know what? Let me go do that right now. I'm gonna does that. Right now. All right, guys. The calling line open. Make sure. I wonder if the caller come in. I'm gonna know. Let me refresh it. Oh, it's the one here.
Okay.
Plus one.
All right. Caller, you're live. You're the first one.
Really? Oh my first time calling on your live though.
Oh yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Question is body count. I don't think so. I don't really think so.
Okay.
Why?
Because alright. Suppose for instance, woman have a 10 man, 15 man earlier. You see me? And you meet a man now we are treat her with
Yeah, listen.
a man a treat her good and some. You got to tell him say the 15 man just to check off the man. Sometimes all them man they not tell her why. Yeah, and I'm like, what happened in I past, I believe to stay in I past. Understand me? That not relevant in our relationship. The meet a girl, they know a girl make you feel comfortable and something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all you need. So you don't need to know who she did there, how she used to go out with her or something. No, sir.
Vice versa with the man too. If
So
him
what-
got you,
so
if him
what
have
about-
200
yes.
woman in a matter, right?
No, sir. Well, yeah, it matter, of course.
But you
Like
know
sometimes
what?
we human beings, we inquisitive,
Mm.
Talking to sometimes why you used to be all 9 past, so we are woman.
So the same thing you want to know about how you used to behave in the past.
Well, yeah, but you know, like we woman, we want to know that. You understand? We want to know that.
So
But
we don't want to
sometimes
know
we
as
all
man
hear
too.
about it. Hear about it, but you know what really matter, Chrissy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what really matter? If one is that happened before everything, you know. But if you happen, you know, like you know, say boy feel bad and so, no man, head tear up, man. Problem did it.
Yeah.
Kinda like problem.
So that means you agree say if a man find out say a lady have high body count, him have all right for just cut if he want then. Enough for one wife that.
No. Woman can change. Me not like enough man change life. I'll spend life. No so bad.
Mm,
And one man alone change my life. Me not lie to you. For
yeah.
me have my daughter, you know, so certain lifestyle I go change. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But me not tell you so me can't count and pray me can't count because 6 months I go through. You see me? But me can tell you say, some man you meet a right man, righteous man in your life, they can change you.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
sometimes body count have nothing to do with it. You understand me?
Yeah.
Sometimes yeah, there's some man and you know then you forget a one that not come like a
Don't even
nothing.
count
You
that.
can't talk. You know you can't talk.
Don't count that one.
What you mean by don't
And I
count?
like
If a man put
that
in
no
one
count.
time and
He
take you
can't.
out,
Let me say,
if him put in
No,
one time
that
and take
cannot
you out,
be
that a
same
count.
man.
if me never come,
No,
you're not a
no.
count.
What?
If I
You
didn't
not a
come,
count. You not know
you're
son. You
not
not
a
know
count.
proof. You also have a picture.
What you mean
I
by
have a picture for sure. Say yeah, she used to the back then. That not keep no man. I'm your friend, man. I used to roll, man. Don't do that, man. Me don't know you. I'm mad. Simple 1, 2, 3.
yeah?
Yeah.
My wife say if she not come in account.
That's right. So you know how that go.
No,
Listen to me.
once me
I
put
tell
in
her
it
when a
one
man
time, I
count.
get it.
No, that one no man. When you count it, we are when we no count something because that no come like nothing. That
Mm,
come like nothing. I tell her when alright. I tell that man, Mr. Twat man say, you know your body count. And when I tell her when a man breed, you know having daughter, you know what I mean? They, yeah man, you're fresh man. I ain't one getting man. Simple.
what you
And
say?
my first one for the
Nobody else can prove nothing.
no proof. But let's say woman I go tell her, yeah, you know, because you have some woman are real to them man and tell who take them virgin and them thing. You see me? Me not wrong them sometimes, but sometimes we have woman what happen I pass and stay I pass. Sometimes all of that much not for relationship sometimes we too open too much.
I feel like
We too
men.
open.
I feel like men is like that too. They probably deal with some females and they regret it too. So I think it's both parties in general.
All me I go say, Carla, is if me put in it one time, me get it. I don't even come. Once me know how it feel, me get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, uno man different, you know, cause uno man I go walk and like, you know, I person have no friend. When I go say, dog, tap mama last night, my mama feel good.
what you mean?
Me say, mama tight.
What
So
you
me
mean?
say, yeah.
When woman are nice, we are say woman, yo, me say, yo, me give it some blood. Yeah. You see me?
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah,
look
man,
tough
and
all the
sometimes
time,
we
man.
are woman, you know. Me do that enough times, you know, me not like, you know, yeah, man, one, like, you know, a man go and chat, brother. He said, man, me say, what you talk about? Not the man there, he not have a youth. Me say, he not have no youth. I say, you know, everything alright, you know, but 3 months chat too much, I'm going to make things look good for his side. That's the truth, man.
I'm glad you said that. So me,
Right,
remember when I talk about today? All right. But Carla, really and truly,
mm-hmm.
my viewpoints thing, as a man, body count of a matter, man. You see,
So, listen to me.
because the
When I
reason
tell you,
why,
no, you some man I go and know,
yeah.
but I go tell you, sometimes not everything we can know. You see me? What happened in I pass, in I pass.
Touch.
You
Oh, you
understand
mean
me?
touch? Yeah.
You see me? What
Yeah.
happened in I pass, in I pass.
Mhm.
So you need to, you know. Maybe mom if I tell us, you know, say, me and Joe used today, me and Chipper used today, me and Terry used today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Soon
That coming like not to you. You
Yeah.
get it and you make use of that. Use of it. That means your name. Stop. That's up in life. I've got a man in. Then can say, yeah man, the day with the man. They man knock him on and break no man again too.
Yeah.
Right, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes them man then are no style and no limit. You understand me? So them the thing that really come. I don't believe in them something. They no count. We can't meet a man or two man, man. Once we not know fitness. No man, we there were one man and him a talk man like simple. And just move on. They don't think how much money needs to go through one day something. You understand me? It don't make no sense. You know right here.
Alright, I understand what you say still. But I say nothing. Big up yourself. Respect for calling. You
Yeah.
see me?
Well, Anisha talking to you from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So, why you big up? Why you big up my mother for me too?
Mhm.
Right, so
Yeah.
big up my mother is on kids to herself. And big up my daughter.
Yeah.
She changed my life. It's her. I'm not lie to you.
Yeah.
Big up my daughter. Right,
Kids
so
are changes, you
Anisha.
know? Yeah.
Mom, I love her. I'm not lie to you. I love her.
Mother love you.
I have a wonderful night now.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
All right, dear Mar.
All right. Good night. They say you have a feedback when you're talking.
Who me? What could I cause that? No, do a guy. A wagwan.
Come on, guys. Call in. Get it rolling. Let's nice up tonight. Because I was about to sleep.
I listen it on your end and see. Turn up this little me over here. Listen it me over here it sound. Cause yeah. Feel it now. My voice so nice, eh? My voice handsome, like oh me look. Anyways, me go get the charger real quick. Else it live I got lock off.
+1 647.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hey,
live
good
call.
night.
Good night. How are you?
How
So
are you
I
doing?
feel like,
Mhm.
oh, sorry, I'm good. I feel like medical don't matter because like we're all big people.
Right.
We're big people. It don't really matter. Oh, by the way, I'm here with my boyfriend and he must say medical matter. In which I don't think medical matter. Because we
Men,
are big people. We are big people. We do what we want to do. And like, you just stick to just one man just so. No, like we have to extra.
yeah, right. So she
Yeah.
tell you so with her boyfriend and boy, if you gonna just stick to one man. So let me ask you something. You're telling me your body count?
Yeah, no, medical.
Okay.
If no, I mean, I'm a woman a liar. Them a go lie about them body count.
I tell you, if it times it, my love. What's going
Them
on?
lucky. I feel like body count don't matter. And them always a talk about us say it matter. And them have 100 and add girl.
One smile step on the car, you know buy it though.
So what your boyfriend have to say? Him say, what you say? Him say it matter. It
Let me
matter.
tell you what I'm asking. I'm not going to give him the phone.
Yeah, man, my general, come through, cause them love team up on me in the night, you know. You see me?
Wait, I'm going to give him the phone just now.
Siri, nobody not chat to you.
Magnum now give me no link, you know, so here a red stripe. Run out to it thing, you see it? Red stripe, I hear something there, you know. You see me? Well on the caller, we soon take you, see it?
Oh, yes, he might do something. I'm going like, he might do something because he know how to come from the car.
Afraid of, yo, let me tell you something. You see, females naturally they're gonna say, I don't think body count matters, which we understand. And
I
males,
think it matters.
and males, well, my wife says she think it matter, but most male, I gotta say, we think it matter. The reason why, you know, because of lately, because me and my wife are getting ready to launch a podcast, so I'm trying to educate myself on a lot of things, and I watch a lot of other creators, and I've learned also a lot of things when I start do some research where them say, yo, if a female have too many partners, have too many bodies, it's hard for her to connect with a guy after a certain amount of guy being there.
Because of probably
Is it-
things that past
Yeah,
relationship.
past relationship, and because if you've been through 10 man,
You're gonna be
See?
you're gonna
Yeah.
be you're not gonna be laid back in the relationship.
Okay.
yeah, and you're gonna say man a dog, and you're not gonna want to be faithful, all of them
So
things.
it matters for the man.
No, it can't matter for we. It
Yes,
should do
it
double
it
standard,
does.
but it don't. I'm gonna tell you why.
It's supposed to.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The word for we, but una not give we the word.
Yeah, because you know a female are holding at a different standard. I me tell you why. Me know more 90% of females, if you ask them if they want a man a virgin, they might tell you no.
But an experienced man doesn't mean a whoring man.
No, that don't mean a woman. But for you to have experience, you have to have a lot of experience.
You know what? It's so funny. There's a lot of men out there
Yeah.
have sex with so many different female and still not experienced.
Yeah, but you know, that's a deflect card my wife like to use. Which she probably
it's
right.
the
You know.
truth.
No,
It's the truth.
She has some agree with that, you know. But that's a deflect card. We not that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about
That's just the truth.
It
Why
can't.
why
We not
have
di-
why be a whore and can't do the work? Why you make apprentice come and I go and better than you? Same thing with the woman them.
like me say, for your man, it no matter. You not go stop
like
talk. Eh?
I feel like it's not supposed to matter. 'Cause at the end of the day, we are big people. Like, we just feel like we are big people.
Me
It's
can't
not
tell
supposed
enough
to
reason why it matter. If you've been through 10 man, a 10 different hood size that. Big, small, little. You understand me?
We're particular.
So,
We're particular.
Yeah. You need to keep it at a certain level.
It doesn't
1
mean
and
10
2
different
good
size.
and 3 the most and them thing there.
You have a some men like virgins, some men like big wall.
Yeah.
So the most is
So
for them.
it's the same thing with the woman. We are particular. You
Huh?
don't have to send that thing.
So the most is for the woman at tree.
No man, you know, you don't forget past 1 hand. But 3 good. When you're there 5, you brush it. You see me? When you're there 5, you have just know say boy, me just link back number 1, you know. Cause me single now, instead of go find number 6, me just go number 1
that's
back.
6.
And
That's
number
6.
2. No, you can't
That's
count
6.
that as
No,
no.
it is 6.
It is not.
You know why?
Why?
It is 6.
No, it's not.
It is 6.
No, it's not.
It is 6.
Guys, what's your thing?
I rather
No, me
have a
ask
6.
Carla.
I
Carla
rather have
there,
a
so.
6 than go back.
Well, you rather run up the miles than
That's
go
not
back
running
and
up
guess
the
what?
miles.
Yes, you are. Because
That's
if you
not
let
running
me
up
tell you
the
something.
miles. Number 1 never make no sense.
All right, let's say you have.
So we can't give him 2 chances.
Let's say you have. I no matter of chances. Let's say you have 3 body, right? 3 body. So you're in a perfect line. A man has said, boy, I shouldn't run through 3 man. Maybe the first one was just a virginity, because maybe not get nothing. So I really 2
And I don't think that should count.
Hold on. Let me get my point off. So let's say you have 3.
Because
See?
I don't count mine.
Let's say, I know me. You see, we don't love counting the virgin takers, you know, but we don't count them because that's where it all started from. However, see, let's say you have 3, see, the virgin taker no 2 get no count, because maybe get it 1 or 2 times, see. But
And
the
then
second,
1 and 2 times, them not count either.
yeah, and them they don't really count because you still say, and by the time you go again, you and him left.
I didn't
You see me?
come. It
So,
don't matter.
when me say is number 2 maybe be the main and number 3. So let's say there are 3, but really 2, because we not count the virgin takers. See? Now, if you go find a next man now, you know, 4 that, you know. See? So, you know, and you know, say number 2 wasn't a bad person. Maybe number 2 just no him not ambitious like how you have it. And you say, yo, you know, him can go on. You know, can go on bunks. Now, you and him not fit there. You want your little broke number 2 gear broke, but you see when number 3 come, number 4 come now, you can tell number 4 say a chairman never got there. And number 4 go say, buckler, yeah. But you see if you go there and number 4 and then you have to go tell number 5 say a 4 go there. So you have to count. You can't tell me no something.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is on the 1 hand. What are you saying?
Yeah, brush it. When you reach 5, you brush it, you know.
You know, say most of women that sitting at locks on 20
We not
body
talk about
count.
our mother and our granny. They have 15 pitney, we know.
Oh.
We not talk about that. We not deflect. Anyways, Carl, let me ask before you go. How much you think is too much for a female? How much bodies you think is too much? Like you call her here.
In the comment section.
Comment section, in the comment, Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, share the live. Press the share button, guys. That's all you got to do tonight. 200 shares. When we reach 200 shares, tell us so we know. YouTube, press the like button. Let me ask, in the comment section, how much body is too much body? Both male or female?
Rush J say, Kushane, body count should not count as long as the girl tight and right.
She could have tight like vice grip if a 10 man go there. a 10 body count matter. What you think about that question? That one day.
I feel like in ourselves,
When we get the body count, it's not just about size, tightness, But yeah, what you say?
I feel like I'm tired, y'all. But I feel like at some point women will think that, you know what, some of there too much man for true.
But when you have what count them would have said that?
Anything
Unknown call.
Anything over 10.
Anything over 10? So you don't think 6 and 7 and 8 and 9?
Because if you put it back to 5-10 years ago,
Carla.
if you put it back to 5 and 10
Carla,
years ago, it would be like that. It would be more so.
If a woman tell me that she have 10 or 30, she really have.
You have some people who are honest. Hello?
Hold on, the caller. Guys, when you call in, if you don't listen on the device, you have to turn it down, please. Because if you don't turn it down when you call, it will have that delay, the echo. You're not going to hear when we say caller. You hear it long after. You know?
Me hear you say call a long time, but
No,
me
I know you.
talk
No, I know you. No, man, I know you are a previous caller. The call when you call me, they have to cut the call to take your one because the previous caller, they make that. You see me? So what go on? What you did?
Me not see the reason why body count matter. Why body count matter?
Why it no matter?
Why?
Why it matter? Because too much man go there.
So if too much man go there for woman, and too much woman go there for man too. You see them different?
No, I see them different.
Why something different about it?
If you have a body account at all 10, 15, 20, a various different, If a man have a body count
until nobody say tired. Until nobody say tired.
At that on excuse when no body count high.
Somebody's don't know when to stop.
That on excuse when no body count high. I don't love saying no matter. I better say
my body count though. I am love because I can come on one hand.
Yeah,
and
not necessarily you. Not necessarily you.
But,
if you
have to understand as well that let's talk about somebody calling and say they have over 10 body counts. How do they feel as a person? It's not what
probably
we think.
Probably the person I work a search for love too.
I said that to my wife many times ago. So some of the reasons why some of the women in body count end up being higher. One.
Some of the reasons why the man in body count high is because they must search for love too.
No, because a man and then just want to have them cake and eat. They just want to do things. They want to experience and that.
It's a man a dog.
You can't say that if you want. But what may I say
is that a lie though?
Not necessarily. You see, me not necessarily say it is true, but we can get the concept where a man just want wild out himself. You see me I say? But when him wild out himself, him could have drunk 200 girl, no. That not getting hood long or short, you know. But you see woman we gone through 200 man, you may not. But
if a man got to 200 man and I same size, she be not take.
Cannot be. She not take the same size. It's impossible if she get the same size with 200 man. Impossible.
Well, she got large first and then she got smaller. All I got adjust to the size.
As me say,
oh yeah.
If I believe, me I know woman, me not have vagina, so I can't tell, but I believe if you have 200 body, there's no way you'll get back a size where you're born with, Not necessarily size where you're born, but
some man love the big goal.
Yeah, that's
why the woman they
but then too, man. You'll be surprised. Sometimes you've been with a female and she tell us you have 5, she been with and you believe and it's actually 15 or 20.
Yeah, that's why when she tell you 5 with times by 3.
But then at the same time, some women body bounce back. So it doesn't matter if she be with 10 to 20 man, it's gonna feel different.
It's not the feeling with the body count alone, as me explain.
If me go to 20 man already, and me there with you. If me don't tell us you're 20 man there with you,
may your relationship.
But if me tell
may your relationship, because you wouldn't be able to bond with me, you wouldn't be able to have a chemistry, you wouldn't be able to relate because you've been through so much and so much things where you got through.
I don't think
so. But all the time. 20 man already. Listen, I never find love with the 20 and you reach 21 now.
find love within you.
You're not gonna find
Me
it.
not have to tell you, say me go through 20 man already, and you not gonna know.
No, the body not gonna know. That's why. Why you think no female? Why
Exactly.
you think no female I go tell a man then count? Why you wouldn't do that?
Of course, female tell a man then count. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Females.
I tell a man then count.
Yes.
Of
And the man there with
course.
them same way.
Yes.
More want to see that.
Of
Okay, so a
course.
man not there with a
Because
woman
them me
with
go
5 or
value
less.
because a man have certain value, nah go there with her.
But you have man who not no value.
That's why I'm there with her.
Okay, so what's it?
Yeah, then that's what me I show you. Him himself come to a settlement. Him himself come to a settlement. You can't justify them thing and feel like say
More
what
hear the people that we have a whole body count and something. You go on one different side of topic.
Me,
More
me not know only for
listen
body count. That means the
More
time for
listen
me
before.
to go now.
Make it before.
big up
More
yourself.
people are afraid to
Big
talk.
up yourself.
+1.
Call your life.
Hello. CMR, big up. Christy,
Oh,
big up.
yeah,
Good
well
night.
gone.
Well, as more of a the comment section, I'm just turning the phone to another phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, CMR,
Yeah.
may I hear you? And yeah, try and make the point. Why, lady, them are beat them, G.
Me expect that cause remember a female them, you know. So me expect that.
Yeah, yeah. But as a man, too, one of the things that we have to express as it relates to body count is that it's not just the physical part of it,
Exactly.
and how the body feels per se. Because the reality is, a woman's body is, boy, it's remarkable in how it adjusts
Go back to size, yeah.
and just being able to heal itself as life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So the physical part is just one thing, yeah.
Mm,
Because what one man will call big and next man will call small. So
true.
that's just one part of it. One of the highest value that a man places on his woman is exclusivity. She being
Exclusive.
his ability to walk into a space with his woman, and it's only his woman.
Exactly.
Him introduce her in a space. Imagine a virgin introduce the woman in a space and only to realize that 3, 4, 5 I'm virgin them been there, done that.
Him now
Outside
want
of the
her.
physical part of it, there is a psychological issue where that man has with that kind of a thing, because it takes its toll on the fact that, is she really mine at the end of the day? I mean, as much as it may have been before you or before your time, it have a psychological effect on men. On men, when a woman has been, let's say, been around, or she have a high body count, and if she lie about it, and then find out later on in the relationship, it have a serious effect. Because knowing that, if he goes into the relationship knowing that, hey, she only know 2 or 3 man before me, and then him come to find out 7, 8, 9, and 10, and the 7, 8, 9, and 10 can say, yeah, not because it wasn't a thing, like the caller before earlier said, make a valid point in saying that both sides of the coin, in terms of man and woman, end up with a high body count searching for love. Because nobody really, really just, well, man have that in them, but especially for women, it's never just to have a high body count.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, and I think it was Christy who mentioned it earlier about like our parents and for them parents that have high body count, for them have 10, 15 fitness, say how much different people.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, for men, body count truly matters, and it's more than just the physical out of it.
Yeah. I agree.
And you were saying something, CMR, about each time a woman goes with a man, what happens is I think some of it you're leaving off, so I think that's why they're not necessarily getting the point. But each time a woman goes with a man, a part of her is left with that person.
Yep.
A part of her is left with that person, and that's why as the count goes up, that's what makes it become more difficult for her to connect with different ones. And if you find that a woman is, especially from a young age, she's with the same person and she has not been out there this way, it the love the different and the connection the different.
Yeah.
And the moment that is broken and she starts to experience other persons, it almost can't go back. Almost can't go back.
Yeah.
It can't go back. You know, she literally becomes a different person.
Yeah.
And what happens is in relationships sometimes is that when people have experienced different persons and personalities, once you come together in that sexual intercourse, remember that outside of the physical, there are spiritual ramifications of being with a person. There are little ties that happen, soul ties, and things that happen in the spiritual realm that we don't pay attention to. But it don't mean it don't real.
Yeah.
It don't mean it don't have its effect on us. And what you find is that you know somebody to be this person, but let's say, for example, they have been cheating and they have been experiencing different personalities. They come across different personalities. Their own personality becomes intertwined with these different personalities, and so you find that the person acts or behaves different ways that you don't know about, and you now have to start wondering where this comes from. The person themselves don't even know where it comes from.
Yeah.
And so these are some of the things that are also a part of, or that's how it affects persons when they have a high body count. Everybody that has been there or that they have been with leaves a piece of them there. And that in itself, to get back to a particular place of, I don't know, a newness of sorts, that part takes off. That part has a spiritual thing to it where I just God Himself can bring it to a place where
Yep.
all these things that attach themselves to you when you came in contact with different persons, for them to be free from you. That part there take some spiritual help. And a lot of us just focus on the physical part of it. And that's the challenge.
It would come like Carla, you live with somebody, right? And they just
Mm-hmm.
totally change. They don't
Mm-hmm.
think they change, but they're reacting so different because I feel like we don't take in consideration that being with multiple people and different people, the whole spiritual part of it, we don't take it seriously. You know, having sex with different people, piece of them left with you. Like you might be with somebody with salt and you just bring crosses by you know, or some curse on you. I don't feel like we take that serious. But at the same time, you might be in a relationship. One of the partner change because they're out there doing so much stuff and them say them not change. But they don't see the changes, but the other partner see it because of whatever they're doing and continue to do. But they don't see it, you know, because they don't realize what they're doing until that part. So I feel like it's not just about the body count. We should understand about being with different people and the different spirit, you know, and stuff like that where people will leave lingering with us. And if we don't get deliverance from it, it's going to be a problem.
That is it, Chrissy. That is it. You know, that's exactly what I'm saying. It affects us in different ways. And as you said, being with somebody, they change and they don't even know that they change. And it's because of, you know, experiencing different persons and bringing different persons into your space. And because at the end of the day, you know, you will rub off on somebody and somebody will rub off on you. If even if it's just a friendship, you find yourself using words that the person used or person used. And so you start to develop ideologies and all of these things that people who are in your space have. And that's why they say you can know somebody by the five closest persons to them, because they are going to be a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have to check our circle and be deliberate about the people that we are with, about the people that we entertain, because some things that we take very lightly does not have a light effect on our lives, especially as people in relationships or especially marriages. We have to be so very careful. And remember that where marriage is concerned, in God's eyes, two become one. Whether you want to say a Christian or not, as long as you're married for the right reasons and you're doing it, you honor God, and two becomes one. And so when either of the two introduces foreign elements, we call them that, foreign elements, it's going to affect both because two have become one. So it's not just you anymore. And so we find that we affect each other without even knowing. And if it is not dealt with and dealt with properly, it festers and takes its time and eats at the relationship over time. And before you know it, there's this big gap that neither of us probably don't even know when it got there. And we're trying to look over this, or we build up this, each one of those little elements that come in become little building blocks between you and your partner. And before you know it, a whole fence built, and after a tiptoe to look over to find each other. Because when did this get here? Because we didn't recognize it from it was low at knee level, and it builds up. And it's not until we realize that we have to be peeping over the fence to find our partners. We have to like, hey, where all of this come from? You know? And so we have to be deliberate.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I feel like too with our culture is because we accept cheating a lot, and mostly men cheats a lot, so it's a thing where they don't sit and actually think about the effect that sleeping with different women or even different men, because you have women where war can do to the relationship, because we sit down and accept that, so we don't realize that this is why this person start acting like this, or this is why there's a distance, or this is why there's the home is not happy or stuff, because we sit down and accept cheating. So because it's cheating, sure, cheating is just one little thing, every man I do it, so I know nothing that can't make it be. Now when the woman starts see, let's use that, woman starts see a difference in the man, she start wonder what's going on, and then when she met that step and say, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna sit with this. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna say, oh, you have man, and he don't remember that he's the one who was cheating, and because of his actions and how he starts to react, it forced her to be like, I don't want to be a part of this because I don't know who you are no more. Is it probably the same thing? Because you have men in relationship that is not even cheating, and you have women out there where them cheat, and it's the same thing. The man wonder why we can't be intimate no more. What's going on? Because she finds something else out there were nice and she enjoy it, and now it forced him to be like, what's going on? Him probably start get comfort, probably find a female friend, and them start him start express himself to her, and it becomes a thing where they probably get intimate now. And guess what? In that household, there's too big distance, because husband a cheat, wife a cheat, or baby father a cheat, baby mother a cheat. So I feel like we don't really take, you see how you talk and all the whole spiritual part of it, and the soul, other souls enter our body. I feel like we need to sit down and think about those stuff more and say, wonder if, because some people not believe in the whole spiritual thing, it just fly past them when people talk about it. It just fly past them because we accept that it is okay to sleep with another person. When the person, sometimes we say assault is assault. How much time you see man go crash with side girl in a car? Why? Because it's assault girl go pick up. She probably have there with so much different man where I rob and I kill people and I do all sort of then something there. And you bring that upon you and make that all enter in your household. So all your pitney then start go to school and have different behavior towards things that you don't even know where it come from. That's because
Uh,
there's a Jezebel that enters your home.
Chrissy, more, I want more if you can just, I don't know, repeat. So look at the last part there. There's a little much to it. More the people to hear because you say it, but me know it fly over a lot of people head because you are saying that entire thing coming down. But just to paint the picture of what it really is when you deal with different persons. So you go to person number one,
Hmm.
and whether it's a one night stand or you just have a little fling, but bear in mind that that person might not be just your person; they are with another person,
There we go.
you know, and the chain continues. And what happens is that everybody that is involved in the chain affects you.
Yep, yep.
Everybody that is involved in the chain, and that is only looking at one person. So if you're even doing it now with two and three and four and five persons, you have to multiply that two and three and four and five persons,
Mm-hmm.
and everything that and everyone that they have been with over time, that they have not been delivered from the different spiritual elements that have attached themselves to them.
Yep.
So it is very real. It is, and like I say, it is something that comes into your household and affects everybody.
Everybody. Yep.
Everybody, whether you like it or not, it affects everybody. And like I say, even your very children start to
Start.
behave
Yes. Different.
differently, and you don't recognize why because you're not realizing that the spiritual realm is as real as the physical.
Yep. That's it.
It's as real as the physical. And then when people like you understand that and you operate a particular way, they think you're weird, they think you're foolish, they think you're as a matter of fact, they will probably as a woman them call you idiot girl, as a man them call you
Mm-hmm.
idiot man because they don't understand that, there are levels to this thing and people are at different levels. People are at different levels and so we understand differently and we operate differently. But this thing, it's so deep and it is so powerful that I just I really called in. Let me tell you what pushed me to call because I watch you guys all the time.
Yep.
Comment and I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
But what pushed me to call is to recognize that people are looking at it only from the physical part and just that as a woman she might be stretched out or she might but there's so much more to it and then even in the form of a relationship or marriage, it gets even deeper.
All
But
right, guys.
I don't know. There are other persons that might want to call it and thing. But I love the topic.
I know, and I want people to understand because this is not just for the man, them, because say woman out there sleeping with other men as well. We have to understand that the effect we put on our family and on our kids when we do stuff that is not godly, especially when you're in a marriage. Let's even talk about that. And we don't sit back and realize what we're doing. We realize there's the home is broken, but we don't sit back and try to blame ourselves for this, or because we accept that it is okay to cheat and it's okay to do this. And if something wrong, then I wonder why it's them I get so much ticket. Then I wonder why, just stuff is not going right for them. They don't sit back and
Mhm.
say, I wonder if, because guess what? In the moment, they feel so good. And no, sir. Because you know what? When Jezebel come around, they don't show their colors. They're the nicest person. Them look good. It look like it's glitter. Everything out there is shining. There's no bad, nothing about them. So, no, sir, I can't this. Or I can't him because you see the man and him look good. And however you want to put it, like, we don't have no time to sit down and think about that.
Mhm.
I feel like
Mhm.
people that's listening to this, both men and women, should take something from it. From
Yeah.
just
Definitely.
just reflect on in your household. If you have kids, if you live with somebody and see the relationship, if you know you're doing something or something, just kind of look into it and I wonder if you don't have to go so, but just say, I wonder if, and that can help to put you in a better place if you're willing to learn. Because, some of we so stubborn, we not believe in the whole, sure, we feel like, because you talk about the spiritual world, we talk about probably OBR, DOPR, because we don't experience it, we don't believe it.
Yeah. And the reality is that not believing doesn't save you from it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the crazy
true.
part.
That's true.
And some people are afraid of it, so they try not to believe, and that still doesn't save you from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that is why some of us let that part slide. I will try not to believe in that part. I will focus so much on the physical. But the what you do is one thing, and the why
You do
is
it.
a
Yeah.
whole
Different
other.
thing.
And a lot of times we don't try to dig and find out the whys in what we do. And the reality is, because of these spiritual influences that affect our lives, sometimes the person don't even know their own why. They can't genuinely tell you why they did or they needed to do what they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so the what they did pales in comparison to why they did it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't find the why, it's going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat itself.
Solid.
Yeah.
So
Let me see if I can see any comment that I might need to respond to.
Them and
Then
them a big you up, them a say on point, Carl, and they respect your with you talking about this. And I really do like that. Sometimes with the whole body count stuff is just
Mm.
it's just a different thing, because when I understand, say, having sex with somebody, that person have much attachment to them. Remember, if me go out there and I go out there to a man, right? I don't know this man. I don't know if him is a killer or him is what. And say, for instance, that's what he is. And then him have how much different woman I sleep with. So him have how much spirit pan him from them woman, because I'm pretty sure they have other men sleeping with. You know how much spirit that they pan me one? And not just him spirit,
Plus, remember, you have your own battles that you need to fight.
And then, all right.
You have your own generational battles that you need to fight. You have your own personal battles that you need to fight. And like I say, when two become one and we're supposed to be a team against all of those, if we are not, or if one person is opening the door, then it makes it that much harder to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you know it, our kids have to be fighting battles that we should have ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
Somebody says, Carla, why men think that having one woman is not right? All right, Carla, this I might sound a bit, I don't know if it's double standard, but I'm going to submit to you that men, how we're wired, nothing about our instincts and how we're wired suggests that we should have one woman. However, I'm talking about how we're wired and how we think. But the reality is that, we are also to be in control of ourselves. We go by sight. We're naturally hunters. And so unless a man, finds purpose and understands himself, he will hunt and he will go after what he sees. If we don't find ourselves and understand ourselves, especially on this part, the spiritual part of it. So again, it comes right back to this part where when you understand what really happens spiritually with us, being, running around, then, we will think it is okay to do it. And we think it is okay to do it because there's a natural instinct in us to hunt. We go by sight, and so when we see a beautiful woman, when we see something that fits our description, checks our boxes. There are men who goes for certain complexion, certain shape, certain size, certain certain physical things. It piques our interest. And it takes self control to recognize that you cannot just go around doing it over and over and over, especially if you've found one already. Women are not so much just driven by what they see. I mean, they do get a little excited, but if you think about it, a woman can say a sexy man in her eyes, and if you ever open your mouth and chat foolishness, it done right there so.
So
It
true.
done right there so. You could have sex a little more if you're idiot or if you chat foolish, you can't read. She
Yep.
done with you.
Yep.
But as for a man, she could have be a dolly, the sexiest dolly, and she open her mouth and chat rubbish. Can't construct a sentence properly. We're
Him
still
no care.
interested
Him
because
no
of how we
care. Yep.
see,
Yep.
how we still
Yep. That's true.
yeah, we go, push more about what we see. So that's a part of it. Take maturity. Somebody says maturity and spiritual connection will guide us. Yeah.
Carla,
Somebody said
they say you must be a counselor. You're
I
so on
actually
point.
I am not. I am. If I will confess just a little bit, I don't think I won't say exactly who I am. I think I am also a social media person. But you know, there are some topics, there are some things that I don't get involved. I'm not one of those persons who do the hype thing and the lot of noise and so. I just stay in my corner, do what I can, do entertainment, help people. But I've also experienced life um, in the spheres that we're talking about in terms of marriage, um, infidelity, all of that. You know, connecting with God, recognizing that a lot of things that need fixing have to start with self. And so, when you connect with God, when you connect with the Creator, the one who created you, it's the best way to understand yourself.
Yep.
The best way to find your purpose. So running around with all of these, what you call even influencers and psychologists and all of these people who tell you all of this prettiness about self, this, self, that, self. If you are trying to find yourself outside of God, you are going to only find a version of yourself and not your true self. Because only the creator, the manufacturer, will be able to give you or show you who you really are. And so, it's some experiences, some things that has, happened, and spending time talking to God about them, asking Him for His guidance. And I remember growing up, one of the things that, probably if I tell you my age, you guys won't believe me, but I remember growing up, one of the things that I always pray for is wisdom beyond my years. And I never understood what I was praying for. I think I just heard somebody pray, and I just like it and kept saying it.
Or your
But
ears say if you pray, say you want wise and you want,
yeah,
knowledge, and you just say, God, I want to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
right, right. And the Bible does say, all you're getting, get understanding,
Yep.
you know. And so because of that, I think he has answered the prayer in terms of giving me wisdom beyond my years.
Yeah.
And so I'm always the youngest one in the room. I'm always the one that is level headed. But life still happens, and it teaches you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches you a lot. And one of the biggest teacher in life is pain. But how you deal with it is what matters.
Yeah.
How you deal with it is what matters. Because we can become our situation or we can become the response, to our situation. And every
That's
day I get to
powerful.
choose. Yeah.
Somebody say if you're married, Carla.
I am. And I don't know.
You are and you don't know?
Yeah.
So you see that?
That's
You
I
are.
am.
So
But that's to give you a hint that, life, as I said to you
you
earlier,
see,
life
and
has,
the way your reasoning
different curve.
ability, like everybody got through stuff and you're still on
Yeah.
point with what you're saying. And that's why I always say, them people say men cheat, but you have women out there that is literally, worse than some men. You have women who are worse than some men, like in a real life. So it's not
Let me
just
tell you,
men do stuff, women do stuff too.
women are multipliers. They don't naturally do it, especially cheating. They don't naturally do it. But when they are, if I may say, if it's a case where they're pushed to the point, or it's a case where they're in a relationship and it's not fruitful, it's not going how they expect it to, and they end up cheating, them worse than man.
Okay. Yep.
Them worse than man, as in, like I always put it this way: if a woman, like most men do the race cars, that's a man thing. It's a man thing. But when you find a woman with a race car, she bad.
Yep.
When you find
Yep.
a woman drive truck,
But drive truck,
she
yes.
bad. You know what I mean? And so when you find that women cheat because of, especially because of being in a situation or in a relationship that is just not producing what they expect, then that's why it hurt man more when the woman do it, because she do it wicked,
Mm-hmm.
wicked. You know what I mean? But and she will even seem even more heartless. But a lot of people who seem heartless is really just hurting. Not that they're heartless, they're just hurting.
Yeah.
So Shane Burns says because women are best at what they do, which is true. Which is true.
Yep.
Some men, somebody says, some men is the friends they keep. Peer pressure. That's both ways. That's both ways. Because you have a lot of women who have. Let me tell you, one of the worst things that you can do is be a married person with a single mindset,
That's true.
and not a single mindset, but single friends who have their single mindset influencing your mindset. So yeah, peer pressure is real in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha says, I think he should be a counselor. I like learning. Big up yourself, Samantha. Call at the lives. Yeah, man, I give up it.
No, the baby keep on a wake up, and that's why I get up.
Okay,
So
okay,
every
yeah,
time you
yeah,
get up, Olivia start crying.
yeah. Somebody says something important here. I think it's Angela Andrews says, God gives us free will, but he desires our obedience. Obedience is better than
That
sacrifice.
is true.
Profound, profound. Yeah, that's bigger than that's even bigger than than just reading it right there.
That
That's the
if
one thing that God not control our
yes,
will.
yes. And if
I
we
mean,
if we understand that what the lady said, oh my God,
mhm.
you would think that sometimes things happening in your life, and because you're so obedient, you say, Father God, why me? Because he's showing it, he's showing you, he's seeing how strong you are. He might put you through some stuff because you were obedient, you weren't doing what you think somebody else is doing, for one, and you weren't following, or you feel like, you know what, is this even worth it? Or stuff like that. So I feel like with what she says, you know, that part. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
part.
It's power of
The
decision. You
power,
know what I
yes,
mean?
the power to choose.
Yeah, because if you really look at it, God no force us to do nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and a lot of people talk about the devil make you, or devil not make you do nothing
The
either.
devil not make you do
It's your
nothing. Yep.
decision.
It's your
He
decision.
influences, yes, because he wants to get you off track. He wants his plan. But at the end of the day, it's your choice to
And he
do something or not do it.
and he attacks the weak. So if him say him punch you to do something and you go ahead and do it, he's gonna be your friend. He's gonna stick
Hmm.
around. He's not gonna stick around
Hmm.
with somebody that he can't control, for one.
Uh, that's true. That's true. That's true. And that's why obedience is so important. But I think being obedient to what and to whom is
Yeah.
also a challenge. You know, um, Christ,
Shane. Mm-hmm.
where obedience is concerned, I think there's kind of in certain situations there's a hierarchy of sorts in terms of Christ is the head of the church, and like he says, and the husband is the head of the house, and it comes down. But and if a man is not submitting himself to God, then really and truly, why should a wife submit to him? Because if he's not following God, then where is he leading her to? And so submit or obedience, it is a thing that one has to be careful with too, because what are you being obedient to matters.
Mm-hmm.
What and whom you are being obedient to matters, you know. And so when a man is not, I put it this way, because men also have this. There's also the tug of war of a woman submitting and what it means and how it works. Because of the modern day at
Shane,
motherhood and female,
Shane,
playing a
come on, come,
more
get up, get up.
involved role.
All right, get up. You can sit
You
down.
hold for a second.
No, you can go ahead. Me did that area still.
Okay, right. And women playing a more involved role is in terms of providing for the family as well. Um, Submitting and being obedient to her husband as a leader. I mean, if, like I said earlier, if the man is actually not following Christ and not being led by Christ, then what exactly would she be obedient to? Because ultimately, we ought to be doing His will for our life and His purpose for our lives, you know. And if the man have no vision, and if him not have no connection, then what is she going to submit to? And so you find that women, that's when you find that you have a struggle in the household with women, because women naturally submit to a man who leads properly. Naturally, no matter how alpha she wants to be, no matter how much she wants to provide, no matter how much she wants to be strong headed, a woman naturally submits to a man who is a man and who is doing his part as he should, And so it that is another thing that one has to be careful about. As even in what we talk about, we look at where we're coming from in terms of the conversation, body count and all of this, and being faithful and all of that.
Yeah.
What we submit to matters. Because some of us, we are obedient to our boss. If your boss says, pour him this cup of tea, you pour him the cup of tea. You're obedient to your girlfriend. Girl, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. You're obedient to your mother. You tell her, say, me ain't gonna take that. Or me mother-in-law sometimes are crazy people. But we're not obedient to our husbands who say, babe, I don't think you should do that. Babe, I don't think this is right. And so you have this other issue. But, it's a whole thing that people, when you become one, you really have to operate as one. Still, you can't operate as two different people anymore. You really have to operate as one for it to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, big up.
Bless up. Sorry about that. OC, wake up, so.
Yeah, so you're part of life. Daddy role.
Yeah.
Let me see if we check out some of the comments here. Life is about choices, and submission is only warranted when a man has the ability to lead and a woman can trust her man to make good decisions. Fair enough, Nardia. Fair enough. I'm going to ask you something shortly though, but let me just quickly skip through some of these comments just before Carla hit the nail on the head. Nancy says, why should a woman submit to be obedient to a man when he is not playing the role as the head of the household, not providing, not setting example for and to his family? If you had left out the word providing for a second there, I would just readily agree with you, Nancy. But provision, especially in this age, is a little bit relative because the dynamics have changed where provision is concerned, but still a valid point. But I'm gonna say something else. As I said, I'm just skipping through the comments first. When a man has proven himself over time, everything will flow. A submissive wife is not based on how a husband treats her. It's a responsibility given by God to play despite. All right, Sir Marlon says. Remember what I said? I didn't talk about how he treats her because at the end of the day, um, if there people as a human being, you can only accept so much and so more. And bear in mind that even God understands that as human beings, we can only accept and tolerate so much and no more, and that's why there are even grounds for based on the scriptures, there are grounds for divorce because one can only accept so much and no more.
In the Bible, it
What
says
I
that.
said was, yeah, man, there are grounds for divorce.
Oh, that's so.
Never know that, man.
No.
Yeah, man. There, the grounds for divorce in the Bible is infidelity. If you have been unfaithful, your partner now has the right. So what has happened is that people stop the scripture at let no man put his wife asunder, meaning put her away. People stop it at that, thinking that's what divorce is. That's not what divorce is in the Bible. That's separation. Put her away, meaning that she do something and you put her aside. You put her out, but legally you're still bound to her. That's what putting away is. Separating without divorcing and living another life. That is what is still sinful. That is what is still adulterous because legally you're still married. But the Bible also talks about the bill of divorce when you do it the right way,
First, we know that.
and it gives grounds for that. But some people, as I say, we will read the Bible in pieces, and some of us, a lot of what we know about what the word says is just what we heard in Sunday school and what the preacher said on the podium, and we never really read it for ourselves. You know what I mean? But just to just talk back to the person who said, I think it was Marlon. I thought it is her responsibility, Marlon, but the responsibility of the man also is to submit himself to God and God's leading for his life, his purpose, which automatically translates to him being the head of the home, the priest of the home, taking, governing the home in terms of overseeing and things where his wife is concerned, where his kids are concerned. And if the man is not doing that, then what is the woman supposed to submit to? That's the question I would ask you, Sir Marlon, based on what you said earlier.
Call them. So which part in the Bible, which verse that one there? People in my comment ask.
Which one?
The grounds for divorce.
Which one?
The grounds for divorce.
Okay, so let me just jump off. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I just grew up good. I'm just ready to miss that.
All right.
I'm let me pull it up.
Prosperous Tisha. Yeah. I like that. I think no, I want comment she make is
Prosperous teacher says God, Christ, man, woman. Which you can explain in the hierarchy in terms of leadership.
yeah. Somebody comment and say Matthew 19. So I don't know if that's it.
Somebody comment and say Matthew 9. I'm not seeing that comment yet.
Them say Matthew 19 and then somebody say Matthew 5 to 31, 32. However, I'm glad you're calling still. You share some insight. A lot of people agree with you. And most like comment section, I guess no might that say yo actually body count not good for real then based off how you break it down and explain it. I think most of them are gonna agree with that. So,
yeah, man, body count thing it have some serious ramifications that we don't pay attention to that affects us and affects our family greatly.
Yeah.
And we say it sometimes, I think Sissy say it too, but we as men to say it sometimes, but we don't take it serious. Where you're gonna be with a one girl and tomorrow you're carrying her car today and tomorrow your car broke down. And you say, how can I start girl to go carry pick up man? But it have its ramifications, what I mean, that really affects our lives in so many different ways. And it affects our kids by extension. And so we have to be careful. Have to be careful of the people that we entertain. Have to be deliberate about the people that we entertain and bring in our space. And outside of just the getting physical with the person or intimate with the person, the sexual part of the intimacy is one thing, but you can become intimate with a person in terms of the mind and the reasoning, and you allow them inside your mental space and your emotional space and even your spiritual space, without the physical sex, and they mess up and affect you just the same.
Yeah. Facts.
hmm So we have to be deliberate and be careful as we go along.
You hear men and females that's going around.
Yep. And I'm not saying it to men and I'm not saying it to women, I'm saying it to everybody. You have to be deliberate and be careful. And you know what the worst part about it is that, I would say the worst part, the thing about it is that when you don't know, so for those who are on the line, when you don't know about things, means you lack knowledge, God has a lot more mercy on you and He protects you a little bit more because you don't know. But once you have come into the
Knowledge.
knowledge of, understand that He expects you to act on that. And when you don't, then you leave yourself open. You leave yourself open to
That makes sense.
whatever is to come.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I don't know if there's any other caller that I want to take. I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm over. I wouldn't say I overdo it, but bless up on yourself for having me. Big up, big up.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you.
Bless up
Thank
a
you so
pastor.
much.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Big up to all the viewers online.
Yep.
Alright.
People them say call us stay right here. Free counseling me I get.
+1 43.
Hello?
Hello, Carly, you alive?
Good night.
Yeah, hey, good night. Good night, Siamar. Good night, Chrissy. All right, listen now. My ear one lady early on today about 20. She sleep with over 20, man. See? Imagine my woman tell me that she sleep with over 20, man.
Me no want her.
Me not go on that. Me like what you talking to Siamar. Chrissy, me know say you defend the woman them, But, what may I say? She tell me that no, me not go sleep in the night, if me and her lie down here. So, 20? Prefer
Yeah.
you tell me 5 or something, make me feel good. Yeah?
So you rather being
Cause,
lied to.
no, but the truth is, so that I will make you feel away.
But
Eventually, as a man.
that means you probably get a woman that's gonna cheat then. Or she's not living her truth.
Why? With what? With what?
And
I feel like there's men out there still that will date women that have
None. We have self-esteem.
body count, and that's why we
I,
always see these good men, or we think they are good men, going for strippers because they have body counts. Them are moving with the stripper, then fall in love with
Chris,
the street girls.
Chris,
Tell, all right.
Chrissy,
Tell,
Mhm.
all right,
right,
Siamar, listen to this now. We
yeah.
now at 2023.
Yeah.
Remember, no, you never look on the almanac, me I go see that 20 there,
Yeah.
I'm mad, me I go mad, Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So, hear me, I said. It's just like, if you have a man, if a woman there with a man and a man sleep with how much woman and thing, it all depends which part. Yes, my deal, maybe if in a community, you're not go comfortable with a man the Chrissy. Let's say the community where you go pick up CMR and CMR sleep with over 40 women or 20. You're not go comfortable
And
with that, you see me?
that's why some of them man is shame to tell us that they sleep with probably somebody too.
Well, that are true to still, but yeah, it's remember, we are human being, we are gonna feel away. You see me? Nobody no perfect, you know. You see me? 20 kind of too much right about now. I understand what that guy there say, you know, pertaining to um for respect woman and whatever, and in the Bible and you have to stay married and they get demonized and whatever, but we are human beings, so we're gonna try to be like I'm not about we're gonna just think about the woman them like, yo, she sleep with 20 man, you know. You see me? What am I supposed to do about it? Yeah. So I prefer me to know. If me in a relationship, prefer me to know. Yo, I kind of feel a way still. You know? I never expect another answer that call, you know. So it's like I never prepare. I swear, because the amount of time I want to see her get up and Chrissy a cough and thing. I said, look, like them not going to take the call, you know, I go my bed. But as I say, everybody want them relationship for perfect. But I say, God, it's a fight, you see me? And we have to make it perfect, you know.
So the thing is, all me look upon it, and a caller will come through before him drop some gem, and him kind of explain when I part when I talk about the connection when you're being with some partner, and you know many females in the namesake of female power and supporting female will say, "Oh, pass is a pass" and all that stuff. You understand me? But if it is that, I know most of them not gonna tell them son for date a woman what they with 20 man. You understand me?
Yeah.
They're not gonna do it. And
Yeah.
it's just one of them things. It's not a matter of pass or the pass or whatever. It's almost
All right, but check this out.
Also talk about the exclusivity. You know, it's like you wanna have that. It's not it's not about the physical aspect of it. It's not about she big or she not, because then if I saw the case then
Yeah.
female have kids, you know, so when I said that.
Yeah, them body are gonna change eventually. Yeah, come I have a baby mother too. I'm watch her change. I'm never have no problem with her. Cause I just love her for she and she the same person, isn't it? Yeah, that's another problem. But lot of things as we as man things we turn you on CMR. Check it out. My date a girl one time. See it? I know she tell me stop talk to her. She tell me say her father rape her. I'm not sorry for her and thing, but I'm not lie. That thing that just coming on me all the time. Like, I just feel sorry for her. I not even know how to touch her. I know for she if go through something like that, that's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
You see me?
I think it rough for you just left her, cause maybe if she confide in her still and tell her that you know, when you reach a level where she have that I don't know, would I assume, you know, and I don't know, unless it's a case where you don't have sexual problem and you know you wonder why she not open up to you or she not this.
Never, the truth is, I never hate her or not. But when I say, I don't know, I just never know how to touch her again. Not saying me don't want to touch her, but I just feel sorry for her. And her father, they end up even go prison too, you know, you see me? But when him come back, him start to call her phone again, and she tell me say I call her phone to meet her. Them time them there in the country. She did report him. You know she actually she report him, you know, I'm telling you how she report him. She report him our school to one a matter of fact, she never got directly to her guidance counselor. She tell one of her best friend and the best friend go tell the guidance counselor.
Yep.
So yeah. So it was like the first one for her. I don't know. It just kind of traumatized me away. Not saying say me not like her or nothing. I don't want nobody bash me on the thing, you know. But yeah. But you know, as me say, CMR, a lot of things as we as man, we want the best, you know, but we're not gonna get the best, right? We're not gonna get the best. Everybody have a different problem. If you get 10 different women, you know, 10 different problems.
Yeah.
Look on Chrissy. Chrissy will do all of the things them for you. Cook, clean, and take care of the kids them and whatever. If you should later down, if something like this happen, wish me no want it happen, come. I don't know. I think Kuno is a perfect couple to me. You see me? Yeah. You get a next woman, trust me, you're gonna complain about that woman because she not do things where Chrissy would have do. You see me? Chrissy would have get up and make breakfast. The next woman will get, she didn't even want to fry one egg. You see me? so it's a different thing. Cause I told me listen, Chrissy sometimes. Chrissy take her time and put together things. You see me?
Yeah.
You can't left a woman there and if you left her, me I fine you. Yeah. But me I tell you man, differently. We all want somebody we're perfect in our life. You see me? All the way. But as I say, when it comes to the counting thing, as we as man, we got to think different. You see me?
Yeah.
Let's say we get one girl and she used to sell front. That now got comfortable. And enough time, many time man married woman and carry them over foreign, but them not even know say that she do down at Jamaica. Not saying to me I judge her, because life rough and whatever, but again, we want the best.
Yeah.
But Chris, I understand everything what you have said. Yeah. I mean, not bash nobody, but as I said, in the relationship thing, boy, it's rough, yeah, man. Come like I can't trust people because everybody have a different ideas. Some of the women as you meet them want you take them out go buy food, take them go shopping. Why them can't be humble and make we get to know each other? You get me? I say, it's like you have to pay them literally.
Yeah.
What you think, CMR? Not true, me at all. Some of them women when you listen the whole story about relationship.
Yeah. And most of them I try justify the equal thing. If we do this, man do this, wife and man, But that's just another way for you to
I talk to a woman already and she tell me about me, she don't believe in a 50-50. What do you mean you don't believe in a 50-50? So me when you want to put everything on and she work more money than me,
Well, we have a topic for that. We never want you to change it. If
all right,
change it, I gotta change the topic. You see me?
All right, man, understand. Yeah.
Because I'm ready to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah? What?
So
you have on your black belt?
Oh yeah.
Well, yo,
So I'm glad you don't understand things still, you see me? But as I say, it's rough, my boss.
Yeah.
Chrissy, take care of yourself, CMR, up and running, Can't take a next caller.
Yeah.
All right, good night.
Yeah.
Bless up, caller. You know what I realize with the chat box? So if a caller come in and now so I say, I disagree. Sometimes I have to listen to understand another man's viewpoint. Him no must be right, You understand? But him might have share him opinion to how him view things. And that no mean same right or that no mean same wrong. You understand? Because the whole body count thing is don't feel like say you're gonna be in your early 20s, YOLO, you only live once and go around and be promiscuous and have multiple men, and then you have this woman or this nuclear family who grow them son properly so they could have a decent wife, and then you come around with your 50-20 body count and expect to get a good man after you're done be promiscuous. No. Find a man will be promiscuous to only to live then. And so I say, nobody not like the hard truth, and I'm not saying we're perfect or none of that, you see it, and me not go talk it smooth or sugarcoat it in a way. You like it, you disagree. If you have 20 body count, it's hard for you to find somebody, and that is why you guys keep it a secret. There's no way it's gonna be. If you meet a man, you're gonna tell him you have your degree, you're gonna tell him you work at this place, you're gonna tell him everything. You understand me? So whether it is your past, whether it is you're gonna tell him which way you worked before, so why that would be a problem to say, why? Because a guy is not going to settle for, all of that. If you find a man, he's very handsome, he's healthy, take care of his body, he's 6 foot, or, and he believes in God, and he's very good, you're not going to tell that dude all of that because you want that. You understand me? because you know that guy is not gonna say, "Oh, I could get her, so why settle for the 20 body count? I could get 2 body count. I could get a virgin. I could get 3 body count. Why settle for the 20? Because it sounds good. Oh, it no matter pass or pass. It matters.
Me and calm
Then
down my belly.
Rose said, me not tell no man about my past relationship. That is why you must live the life so that way the inner come aunt you.
Not just that, but you can't even say that because men are also not living the life. You know, I feel like if you're in a relationship that you feel like you need to be open with the partner you're with, however you feel or whatever you do, it should not be. Even if you feel some type of way about the answer where you're gonna get, you shouldn't even judge it like that. You understand me? Why is it when I go feel like, okay, all right, she tell me say only 3 man she do it. She explain herself, I kind of believe her. And the woman will come and say, I've been with 10 man, but, you know, I feel like I want to find love now. I've experienced different men out there, and I feel like I know what I want. And sometimes, you know that the people that with less body count, they're settling.
How are they settling?
They're settling because
When they're on they're at the they're on the higher chart of being picked
they're
as a
not.
wife.
They're not because nobody knows your body count.
We're talking if we know the body count.
No,
We're
but
not talking about
but
not
you
knowing the body
cannot
count.
be like that's not something that's in your face. Like number 5 or number 6 or number 1 right
No,
in
in
your
your
face.
face.
Women tell lie, men tell lie, we all tell lies. So how are you gonna know that my body count is 3? I can tell it's 3 and give you the answer and your belief say a 3, you know. But a woman
That's
will come
true.
and be honest and say she have 10 body count and I'm ready to settle. Her treatment is so much different than the one who say 3 because she knows say she probably there with 9 and she don't go telling you 3 because she's not ready.
All right.
She's not even ready.
All right, let me
Sometimes
ask
we
you
feel
this.
like because the body count is lower, they are ready and they're gonna do good. It's just a look good thing. But at the same time, what about them 3 man that were you there with contact, but the woman with the 10 man now have nothing to say about she.
Yeah, but if you line up the body, a female them, and we can look and see the bodies, I don't care what experience she got. I'm picking the lower body count. I'm picking the woman that's a virgin. I'm picking the woman that doesn't been around with multiple men.
Okay, so
I'm picking all of that.
you rather choose a woman.
Let me
that-
break it down again. Let's say the girl has 10 body count and she's a lawyer in a good job and she all she need now is a husband. And the girl that's a virgin and she haven't started life yet, I'm gonna pick the virgin.
Okay.
I don't care about your job. I don't care about what experience
But
you got.
you're
I don't
using
care
it
about none of
about that. What about because this is preference, you know. This way I talk about is preference. There's men out there that is looking for, they probably never grew up in a home where food was there and it was home and it's just a house, but there's no home. But him now feel like he wants a home. And you want somebody that's gonna be home. You need a woman who can cook and do stuff and at least is comfortable. Not just have this big old house, but it's empty because there's no love. Your woman in a kitchen and prepare food for you. You either have to hire somebody or the takeouts or whatever because you have the money to do that. But when you have the big house, plus you have a wife inside of it that's cooking, there's a difference. So you're telling me, first of all, okay, you said virgin and people that's not experienced, right? So you rather have that in the house.
+1.
Yes, than body count.
We're not just talking about body count.
But that's what we're talking about.
So
Let's
body
change the
count,
topic.
you rather have the nobody.
Hold on, Carla.
You rather have the nobody count than a woman where you know say you want somebody at home that's gonna cook and stuff. You rather teach the one who have nobody count.
I'm not have to teach her because you have young females to grow up in a nuclear family where them parent teach them to be a wife.
But you might not get there one day.
Well, you're just like the body count no might get what she want. You understand me? So I'm not gonna take your experience well, the explanation you give, I'm not gonna be like because you've been out there and experience and all of that. Most men just are gonna choose the virgin.
Chris,
Most men,
night,
I don't
night.
care how you explain it. Most men are gonna choose the virgin. Good night, Carla. What go on?
Wagwan.
There,
All right, you what me I say, you see?
yeah,
And they have a reason for a different perspectives. Then
yeah.
a man with multiple body count, him still want a nice girl or something same, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be fair then to say a man say, yo, me don't want a girl with a lot of body count. Really. You watch up. I think fair is fair and we need for us to level the playing field. If a girl have enough body count and you know a girl can make mistakes, right? Or she's been giddy headed in the beginning of the game and you know, she end up sleeping with a few guys. But she changed up her thing and she second now and she focus and she mature. I don't think it's a way for say, boy, I don't want her because she have a body count. Because man always enough body count and the woman them still take them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I say, if a girl have a couple body count and a man finds a good woman work with him. Because you have some girl out there who not have enough body count yet. And then when you there with him, he raise up a count for you never know.
Thank you.
And the count continue
Thank
to raise.
you.
You understand me? I say,
Yeah.
so what you do, if you find a woman virgin and the woman good, work with him. Because what you say, as a man, me have to think logically and fear. Because you have to say, if I get a liar girl, she have everything in her life already and is ready to take her, and she have want 10 man on her thing. You don't want her.
No.
See, you prefer take a virgin girl.
Yep.
But a virgin girl seem good to you now. But when she start red and then she her friend them and say, yo, and then she start run up in mileage for you. Then you get miserable and kill him and all them something there. When she want to catch her experience. But when you get a girl now who say, yo, you know, say, this a foolish. All of this a foolish. And the boy, they want to eat that boy. You know, and me never ready and me never sick and ready. But he figure out himself now and figure out in life. Just like how as a man, you'll figure out yourself at a certain stage and your woman stay with you and just work with you. Because we may, as man make enough bullshit mistake and the woman still work with it. Because all the time we rack up a body count, CMA, even when we have a woman, we go rack up a body count and go up CMA. And your woman take her with and stay there. So I think it's fair to give woman a chance. And we need to stop, look on it from a way and say men, I look on it say, yo, woman I want body count. So if every woman with enough body count, then no man no want them. Then no woman not gonna have no man. And enough good woman out there now, some of them mother.
That's why they
Did have 3, 4 baby father before.
That's why they should think about that because what you're saying, it would make perfect sense, but it's not gonna be easy to find a woman with so much body count we turn out to be.
But it's not easy for a woman to take a Christian where enough body count. Come in know say you're a copy. And
Yeah.
Chris still take you. I'm married to you.
What may I say is,
Don't. Talk truth, man. Man to man. We don't grow on the game. We know say you have one big number. As a youth out there.
What may I say is, male and female are equal. You just try and make it equal. But me understand your concept. Me understand your concept. But
we're not equally. A foolish answer, brother. We need to get away from that and be realistic. And that's why society is where it is
get
now.
Away from that,
woman and man.
If we get away
no,
from
man, you can't say woman and man are equal, brother.
We're not
right
equal.
Are right and wrong are
we're
wrong.
not equal. But
no.
what I say is, we're not equal. But what I say is, if you become tolerant of woman just in them earlies run up them body count and then later when them feel like
no,
so,
me not tolerant with that, you know. No, I'm not tolerant with that, you know. Christian, I'm not saying a girl, I agree with a girl running up them body count, you know. I'm not saying that, you know. I don't agree with that, you know. But I'm saying if a girl run up in body count, right? I don't think it's fair for a man saying, no, I'm married to that girl because of body count. If she's a good girl, she's a good girl.
Well,
and if she come and realize that herself,
well, you can marry her.
Me marry a woman when they have no body count.
And that may I say, you can marry the
woman.
No,
my woman a virgin. My wife is a virgin when me meet him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had body count, see?
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm saying, what if she was saying she don't want a man like me, then she want a virgin man? Then I want to get a wife there.
The universe just don't make up so, bro. You see me?
No, man, you are making universe so you want to make it better. We need to top reason that way.
I no matter a reason that way, you know. What me I tell you say is,
Alright.
if you
Me go flip
if
a
you
switch for you. Me I
you
listen
know,
to you. Go on.
if you feel like say it's okay for a woman come in any man life with our high mileage, our body count, then that's fine. We understand your viewpoint. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna
No, we
pick.
not say if you pick that.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
And I'm
Christian,
telling
we
you
not
that
say
she's
where you
gonna.
go pick,
I'm
you know.
gonna tell her say she's gonna order. All the way I say she can turn a good woman now. If you go through 20 man and you not turn a good woman from you go through the 5th man or the 6th man. Why make when you turn 20, go through 20 man, you turn a good woman? You justify it if
No, we
you
not
want.
say.
That
No,
now
we
got me
not
in
say.
my book.
Listen, Jenna, we not say. I think you have personalized the thing too much. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this, I know, Christian. Then remember, you know. Just like how man go they go rock up in mileage. Them a girl nowadays go rock up in mileage them same here.
Bro,
Right?
when a girl, if a girl, when a man go there, him would not get no longer or no shorter. You see me? If we ever talk about the physical part, right, then. See,
Yo, you know if you talk about that, you know.
If
You know if you talk about that.
what may I say is the man, if him have 50 million woman, him not get no longer or no shorter. But you come to me with a concept where the earlier the guy come with about the spiritual part, right? You connect with a woman when you come that road there. But if you just come naturally by just saying, yo, we men do this too. You understand me? You can't compare we because we're not equal.
No, listen, what me I say, Christian, let me get the point clear to you what me I say, right? Me no accept and me no promote a girl for rock up in mileage, right? More you get that clear, right? But I'm saying, if a girl they go rock up in mileage and you as a man find a girl now and you can accept it, me no think if you use that and say, Ray, because woman out there do them thing. Just like how man go out there and they are rock up in mileage, woman do that to same way or even, you know, some girl probably give you the game first and enough man kick off your head then and get them. That don't mean that they can't get a man then or they shouldn't get a man. Because if every man did a look funny how you look funny right now, most women now get no man.
No,
and
if every man in a look funny or me in a look funny, most women would run up their mileage. You just justify it for the females them because you
no,
see
a view. If
every man look funny what you're just saying, if every man in a if it in a go the way of me I said, that mean woman would have been more conservative with them body. Them would run up the mileage.
No,
exactly.
Then the man could have
exactly.
Then
if you want to look funny, so exactly. But
you can't say.
I don't agree. Say say it should a man and a woman are the same because if him run up in my women just say that because we men have the same viewpoint. I say, oh, body count. You understand me? Bro, we're different, bro. Whether you accept you or not, we're different. You see me?
Well, my Chrissy, you hear me I say, Chrissy? Me I say still, if a man can find a woman take down and he change up in thing, fine. But when I say woman fi go out there go rock up them mileage, especially while go on a society, you know, where most girls feel like say, yo, them just go out there dash away, and then one man to take them. But you had said something a while ago, more I shed some light on, right? You had said that when a man would not get longer, but a woman now will get bigger. If a woman okay, a woman big. Well, basically, if you say a woman would not get longer, that means a woman have a church out if you do it 20 or 30 man. A woman, if you not do it for a while, they might type about like virgin. What if you practice Kegel and all them sitting there? You know, make a difference.
Bro, no
you understand? Because no bad girl them type same way.
Bro, no woman will have sex with 20 man tight like no virgin. We just say that for feel good. Stop put them foolish in the atmosphere.
We don't talk no virgin boss. We don't know about that. Woman can't type same way. Once they not have sex, they get baptized.
May I change your battery? Go on talk. Chrissy there.
Once they change, once they not have sex, they might get baptized. So I don't know why I say. Woman have pitney barn out a woman go back tight just like you can't go into them again. Because I see that with my wife. They have pitney and they come like say tight just like a virgin. You understand? You see me I say, Chrissy?
Yep.
Yeah, so all me I say, me not say woman if rock up in mileage, but me I say woman to get a chance, see me, just like how man get a chance. Is that fair?
I think so.
Yeah, man. Me not go on that part. Woman to get a chance, so. We are telling women them still not bother with the foolish. But I think the society, especially in Jamaica, we are grown as men and them teach you say, yo boy, if you have enough girl and and big up your chest and make man feel that way. But them things they're not right. Right? And it take time for man learn for themselves and start figure out life for themselves. Enough man now figure out themselves and them turn is grown men in a boy's body and run on and do the same childish thing.
That's why the woman
and you end up.
That's why the woman if you set the standard then. That's why woman if you set the standard.
No, so why man can't set the standard?
If man has set the standard, if man has set the standard, say, yo, listen, we don't want a 20 body count. All right, then female, set the standard. You understand? Because the thing is with females, most time them, you know why certain things happen to the females, why them have so much body count? Because most times them pick out of them league. And because them go pick the Brad Pitt them and Rary and the Brad Pitt then give them 2 sex now, them feel like say, oh, a Brad Pitt type in my league. When really, who in them league would have be faithful to them, not cheat upon them. You see me? But them go pick out of them league, so them go pick you one them way, enough for them. And then when the man they start deal with them no way, then go find a next. When the man they start deal with them that way, then go find another Brad Pitt and another Brad Pitt till the body can't run up till when they realize so really and truly the Brad Pitts are the one that are hurting me. And my body can't reach 20 now. So now, wait. So now, after you choose out the whole of the Brad Pitt them now, you want to come back down to your level. And you want to settle with the people them.
Number 6.
And yes, and then you want to settle now and expect a man like you, I go say, yo, yeah, man. Me understand say Brad Pitt them did do you wrong when a she choose out her league constantly. You run up your mind.
Here what happen now with that yet. That are two sides to that, you know. Remember, you have a man them now appealing. Cause number 6 now time girl them how number 10 do. Cause number 10 they power high sex energy, you know. Remember say I get more front, you know. A man with have 6 now get no front, you know. Then but I want 10, him have 6 girl. And him energy high, him know how to communicate, him know how to use the body language, he know everything. So as him grow on girl see him that. But number 6 come on then a friend zone and stuck on a friend zone 20 years before he actually, cause number 6, number 10 them not tap mash up the head till she finally realized that number 6 a film. Because number 10 them now see they just lick and go. Cause them have the whole energy and the enthusiasm we turn around. But number
and you just agree with me.
So you have to understand say yes, then they out of their league still, but how much of them are going to figure that out? Because most time women act more from an emotional standpoint. And the feeling them are feel from that side. You understand? And the man will appeal more to those kind of emotion where she has sent off. She will go respond to him and give him meat. When the next man now turn him on, none at all. None at all. The man now budge him, man now just see him as his friend.
And another Monday would have probably be faithful and love her and give her everything.
But he now go do that. Remember say we go for where we see, you know. Okay, girl sexy and look good.
The number 6, right? Wait, me maybe lose what I said. The number 6 you talk about?
No, me I say, we as men, but I'll go for where we see. But the girl, I'll go for how she feel, how she connect with that man. So the number 6 now make a connection because number 1, you know, have a sex energy, you know, have a charm, you know how to communicate, you know, but the number 10, then
where the number 10 forget her? Where number 10 do forget her? Where him do forget her? Except
she was number 10 know if he come
because him probably have money, because him probably have fame, because him have all of that. You understand me?
No, man, we're not talking about all of them, man. The one thing, man, them definitely have a girl swagging. This is not for money. You know if you communicate, you know if you read body language, all them is something there, and you get the girl them pay me.
Him on number 10. Him on number 10. Not because him know for the girl, him on number 10, bro. If it be a high value man, high value man.
Okay, you're talking about high value man.
Yes. Females always, I gotta tell you, if you ask every female in high school and tell her, say, oh, I need a tall, dark, handsome guy, and then now in a modern time, then we tell her, say, he must make 6 figures, or he must make 7 figures, he must do this, he must all of that stuff. You understand me? And
but then the money not gonna take one 6.
All right.
The money not gonna take a 6.
That is why they get used, because him not take a 6. They maybe have a cute face, but what else they got? So when them constantly look that man there and them teta man they run through them 20 times, then them want to go down to the 6. Cause them say, boom,
but them man don't want them.
Down.
No, a high value man don't want them the girl. A high value man not go want a girl like that, you know.
I no matter them not go want them. them are gonna go through them. Because them have
Yeah,
multiple
but they have
options.
to go through them because them just a part of the
So
thing, just
that
like,
means say,
you
bro,
know, when
so now
when
that
you're at
means
a
say,
high value, certain girl are gonna be like, what you da call, you know, they tie them then. So the dolly them are the tie. Right? Just like when I buy one nice car, you know, buy one Benz, one BMW, one Range Rover, that kind of girl, I want a little tie them when play, but
bro,
then you go take her.
you have some female we are gonna tell you say they don't want no money if him not drive. You have some female
So-
we are gonna tell you say they don't want no money if he not do this or not do that. And you gotta have
Thank
some
God,
man.
thank God my wife did take me when
Alright, so
when
you
we
get
do
you a
walk.
good one. You get you a good one. You get you a
But
good
not only
one.
that too.
But you have
Not only that too. Not only that too. Me never know. Remember when me meet my wife in a college, she give me food for them. Because me couldn't afford food. You understand?
That's why you're
So
still
when
there
me
with her.
bust it, me and bust it together. Eh?
That's why you're still there with her. You understand me?
Yeah, I left him.
Yeah.
And if he left me right now, the man when there with have to left him. Because you know what me do? Me a start throw stone pan the house, me a punch her in car time, I say, bumbo clock, that get assault, you know. And from me take him up things, me want him, I have to come back to me, brother. You can't left me. Nah.
Yeah.
You can't left me.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. But it all come back down to what we are say with the whole body count thing. You know what I say? Most time the female them body count run up because they choose man out of them league. You know what I say? Them go choose a chopper
Okay.
them. Them go choose them not choose inner them league.
A
Because
true man,
with
a
inner
true.
them
Because me know a
league, I
couple
go
you
treat
are
them
good youth and all that married to some girl and cheat
They
them good,
rather
but
put
they
them
not
in
get
a
no girl.
friend zone. They want the man them
Yeah.
so when them don't reach when they reach in 30s now and I go up in a age, then they start say, yo,
They
John
start
Ross start-
realize them
then
not
they
a
want-
husband.
Then they want to find the good people them pitney fi say, yo, me got through it, you know. Me not want this tomorrow. Me been through it. You been through it. It's your fault. So
You
when
been
the
through
man
the
them say
mileage,
them no
you
want, yes. So when the man them say them no want,
Run
nobody
through the
count
whole
to
poor
I,
road.
I saw it go. Who no want accept it to no female, so me understand. But I just saw it go a natural. Me not say a man
Well,
not go second with a woman. You have enough
You
man
can't
married
fight
girl
up
now.
on the part then. Eh?
Yeah, man, yeah.
We can't fight up on the part there with girl them nowadays, especially nowadays. Me sorry for him and him and no wife now still, you know. Me really sorry for them out there still want look wife now because based on how me see girl them a deal with now, they just come as one eggshell and they not even have no yolk or no white in them, you know. And they want everything out there. They want everything. And them not think them can't run a family, them can't run a grocery, they can't tend to kids, they can't cook, they can't clean, but they want man for high net worth. It can't work, so brother.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly.
When I say woman, I know housewife and slave and all them something there, you know. But I'm just saying, you
Bro,
need to come
it's not,
and add some value to man's life.
exactly. And all of these, yeah, you see, a man them way have everything in their life now, them, you know, all set business, money, them healthy, cause them go gym, them a take care of them body. Most time, them a go choose a woman where they can carry home and carry out on a date. Or for dinner, or
And
bring
the
home- or
woman,
bring
they're
home to
simple
mommy.
woman, we not expect them to do it, you know.
Exactly. And them woman, they woman when have eye body count. You understand me?
That's a truth. Yeah.
Exactly. So take it all you want. If it's truth, that's the truth.
It's true, it's true, but we say some of them will rock up it too and come back in. They have to go, some of them man, them have to go take them Christian because enough man out there.
Yeah, you have man.
Some of the six them have to go, eh?
Yeah,
Some of them have to go take some of them.
yeah. That I go on. You see what me I say?
You have to go on.
Let me tell you something.
So,
you
so me
see,
don't want, when me I say, no, just dash them way. Because all of them, most of them man out there right now are so high mileage, especially married man. A whole heap of mileage they lick up before. You understand? So we are saying, if woman them take with them, good girl they take with. So some of them good boy they have to take some of them bad girl. When we retire. Bad girl will retire. You understand? If
and
he don't retire, man have to take
him
him.
have be a problem for deal with because she been through 20.
Oh,
she
so you want
have
to
a
come
whole
running
of that-
life for them, a 20 man to deal with him.
Yes, and if you check your level, a very few of them women they actually turn out to be good. Cause them been run through them. First thing them are gonna be disrespectful. Them now go on. Them are tell us a man a dog. Come been through it. Man do them this. So they don't have nothing to offer to you. So it's best you go find a virgin and start, or find you a young girl with low body count and start.
Virgin now go help you, you know. Me not think of virgin if you say just find a good woman.
Nah, man, you can be virgin.
Why you think the virgins are perfect?
Cause you can start your life
what's
from
that?
scratch with one.
Where? Man, it no matter, yeah, man. All of them, when they bust out a different thing. Because
Not
when
all of
time,
them.
you,
Not all of them.
eh?
Not all.
Not all of them, but they don't
You
necessarily
have to
mean to
talk
you,
in
eh?
general, not feel like a virgin because you take a virginity. You just might take it and you take it and push her if you go there with so many other different men.
Yeah. Enough of them take their virginity and ride them good, so they go take other man and then they find out that this a boy that do nothing, this a man
There
that
we
is
go.
good and you know swoop on the sweetness and gone.
Well, if you have
You understand?
if you have a virgin where our parents grew her right, you don't have no problem. You find you make a good wife of
Me
her.
don't think if you say virgin. Me just say you want a good man that have no enough
A
mileage. Me don't think the virgin
a
thing.
virgin or a woman with little to no mileage. That
Yeah,
means-
yeah, that sound better.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
not
yeah.
exclude. Remember, we just say I body count. Because you have woman when I have a lot of body count.
No, you have woman out there when have a lot of body count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't exclude it. What if a girl want 3 man or go for 3 man or so, you know, in her life, in her 20s and 30s, you can't fight him for that.
No. No.
Right. So me I say that no means in life in this. Or in
No.
career, you go tell him say no, you don't want, she want that very. Because most man are going to lick past some numbers if they up there. So,
Nardia, say with every conversation that you see and listen, you learn from it, right? So sometimes listening will help you, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Is it
Christy people them feel say they attack you.
No man.
Me not say nothing. Me I make him talk as me I listen. That's how.
Because-
That's how. How do you put it? That's how. That's how I'm learning. So that's what
Okay.
I'm doing.
Okay. Well, no go on doing the thing still. Isn't it? But Christian, me just say, nobody burn out the whole of the high mileage of them. Because I know for most time man, them a high mileage of them they married. Yeah,
if your argument a become on a high mileage, then me not gonna agree with you. But me agree with you, say you can find exceptions, female where somebody said earlier and them a search for love. And it just so happen that's it run up certain way. So I know say them a bad person, them deliberately growing and just a joke man. So me understand they are.
I remember the different charm I go through a woman go through, and they make some of them charm I take some of them and cause them to rack up in mileage, before they figure themselves out or get themselves together,
Yeah.
But that means that they genuinely just go out there and rack up it.
Yeah, but as me said before, I agree with you upon some of what you say, but for the most part, your mileage high, me not go there. If me know, that is.
Yo, that's for your personal thing.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't fight that.
my view. I'm
but remember say I read the politics.
I think most men are going to choose
Yes,
low
most
mileage.
men are
too.
go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But remember, if you have a bike car, you don't want bad car, you hold up a mileage
Exactly.
funny.
Good example.
You understand? You want a good car.
Good example.
Yeah, man, because if you mileage too high, you know, say you have to start change oil and
Good
fix ball
example.
giant and
Good
but
example.
whatever your cause every problem is.
Good example. That's why exactly. So it shouldn't be your problem. Exactly.
Yeah, so may I say, if you mileage, give them a chance to some of them. Some of them mileage high, but they're not too bad. You have to go work with them. Somebody good with them, or they have to go take some of them. Anyway, you take. Yeah, son. That's all me I say. Big up on yourself.
Bless up yourself, Carl. I
Yeah.
appreciate the call. Yeah. You see, the thing is, I understand the concept of what most are saying. Is what I say. But the fact still not change. Say, with all our female, I go say, so I'm the man have high mileage. That not change the man them viewpoint. Say them want woman we have low miles. Is what I say. So whether it's sound fear or unfair, the man them I go choose low miles. The man them I go choose women when are no pitney. The man them I go choose women where them find them can turn them into them personal. Yeah, we have the exceptions where have a woman out there and she been through it and she ready. And she had the perfect one. You have them exceptions. With everything you're gonna have exceptions. Is what I say, but for the most part, men are gonna choose the best. If you got a market for pick mango, you're not gonna pick a better mango. Is what I say, you're gonna pick a best mango. Like example, when you use the car, you want to buy a car, a new brand car. You're not buying an old car. You see me? Naturally, life say naturally they exist. Just all life is. It tell you. Is what I say. But some people will disagree, especially if you know say your body count up on a level, and you say, "John, I want to find a husband now." And when man put that out, yeah, me understand that. You see me? But I just see harsh reality of life. Is what I say. Men are gonna choose that way. There. You understand me? And it is a woman duty to convince a man to commit. That's why a man go up on one knees for try and marry you. Because you convince him.
Are
Is
you
what me
ready
say?
for it?
Anyway, y'all, sometimes you gotta listen to learn. Take notes and get a clear understanding of what's going. So that's exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I feel like our opinion is based on what other people say. And it's quite frank that some of us that require so much of the person they want, they don't even grow and see that, you know. It's like, okay, then let a man or a woman that grew with both parents or see your parents not running around. Some of us grew up and see our parents having sex on the bed, and that's why we're sex addicts. Some of us grew up and see our parents doing so much different stuff, and we think it is okay to do it, not knowing that because we get older and, you know, we kind of understand, but guess what? We're doing the same thing. But then having kids, we don't want our kids to do that when that's exactly what our kids see us doing as well. Oh, that makes sense.
That is why it is a nuclear home is key. And that is why for you to find a husband, that husband parent has to grow him right. For me to find a wife, that wife parent has to grow her right. Prepare her to be a wife. Prepare her to not be promiscuous. Prepare her to not be disrespectful or talk back. Prepare her to be submissive to her husband. And the man is groomed the right way to provide, protect, and just lead. You understand me? But this day and age, females tend to want to compete with males. You understand me? And that is why we get some of the answers we're getting back. You understand me? When we have discussion like this. Is what I say? And I do understand the concept. I do understand that, oh, we are in this time. But that is why we're having the situations that we have. So hopefully, because we don't go through it, hopefully next generation, it change. You see it?
I mean, sometimes with this comment, sometimes, you know, we don't have a choice. But what I'm saying is, if you're in a one room, why not get up, go on out a door then? It's just that you know that the kids can probably see and know what's going on, and you do it. So there's option. Even in a one room, you must have a car, go to a door, make Maka juke you.
Is that for the females and we have multiple man?
Just to talk with somebody. Well, it no matter if it's multiple man, because if you see mommy and daddy doing it too, those
what that give the child?
Most people that's out there doing stuff and thinking it's okay and not realize, like, just like you said, man body count don't matter. I really do feel like men should value their self as thinking that shit, 100 women with that with, what do I accomplish from being with 100 women? Remember, you know, your body count is having sex. 5 minutes later, something is different. Next day, you probably have sex with somebody else. And what you really accomplish from that? Nothing.
I agree with you. Say, yo, if a man them value them body, and it are gonna make it, like I heard somebody say before, the reason why they don't walk around and have sex with multiple women after gaining what they have gained, the fame, the wealth, and the money, is because now they realize that after I'm broke and done, I hit that. And him rather a woman would want if can have sex with them and can't. And that girl they have it and them jealous are say, oh damn, and she have that man there for herself. You see me? So I agree with you in that sense.
What? You know what happens?
You understand
with
me?
Men like that, that's hard to get. You're the on the market, you're so hot on the market. Because every woman I wonder why they can't get you. When you're too easy, it's like, no, woman get for eat you. You've been with them and them themselves turn around and eat you and have so much to say. You know? So
Yeah. Let me answer this, Nancy, and me and my wife talk about this and Janice today over the phone for a long length of time. And this is my opinion, and it might be wrong. In those cases where pastor child grow up and come turn, where we say that them always are the bad one, it's because that child become rebellious because that pastor wasn't living the just life, the rightful life, and the child experienced it, but the public don't know because every time him go church, pastor pray for me, pastor this, or the pastor portray say, yo, but when him come home, him and him mother, she see pastor and mommy are cuss. She see pastor hurt mommy, or she see mommy do this to pastor, but pastor come and preach, say, yo, this or that. So that makes she have different thoughts, makes you want to seek other religion, makes you want. But yes, the pastor them will actually live the real Christian life when not do that. Their kids aren't gonna be like what you just explained, Nancy. And this is another what's the word I'm trying to use? What's the word me use today? This is another tactics that people use to try to stray away from the point. But pastor daughter them this, but man have multiple women too. But no, no. You see me? Most times, that's why you can see Kirk Franklin son come out and deal with him or talk to him. So I tell the public, say, yo, you see him a going like him a Christian, or he's about the money. Him sign all of these deals. Him not this, but him a come because it make him feel so bitter inside for you. Say, yo, you supposed to be where you preach to these people, but me say something else. So you're not real, you're fake. So of course, those type of kids are going to always turn out to what you explain. And then we are going to say, pastor daughter, pastor this. And also remember, pastors are human beings too. So you find the real pastor, him daughter, him son, nah, go do that. Them gonna live, them gonna become. I could name this one female on the internet too. Her dad is a pastor, and she seemed like she turned out right. And she believe in the exact same thing with me I say right now too. No? You see me? Don't have body count. Don't be disrespectful to your man. Don't raise your voice when you're in him talk. Don't all of those stuff we want to say. When woman upset, then say anything. I want to try justify it, and then you will have people come in and say, yeah man, but we are man, we do it to so woman. No. I don't say work. Exactly. I agree with Melin at some extent. So yo, what we're in and now it's about broke boy don't deserve no nothing. So you're gonna talk to men with half them things there. And when nobody can run up and we speak like how we speak, we're not mad. You understand me? Not many women right now. Me not say not all of them, because I find me a good one, and the guy call will just come in and say find him a good one. Many women out there, many good ones are out there, but not many females are willing to start from nothing with a man. Them rather go know say them not have nothing to offer the man but more than head and front, but a man will have money, or a man will already have him life set, and expect that man to commit to you 100% when all you have to give him is what every other woman can give him. All you have to give him is if I should say remove your vagina right now, what can you offer the man? So you go out there and you find the man them we're gonna take care, we're gonna flaunt you with this, we're gonna flaunt you with that. So now you become spoiled and you think those are the type of men we are fear. So if you not get them type of, you rather get used by them type of money than settle with your actual range. You dig what me I say? So it's not a matter of, boy, CMR, no, it's not. You see me? It's a day and age where we're in. I've seen so many internet. Why you think females dress promiscuous or do certain things? Because them attract certain attention. And when you get that attention, you understand me? From the person where I try to get it from, when them not commit, you say man a dog. When you see the lifestyle them a live, and you expect so you're gonna change them with nothing to bring to this man who is already successful, who can get anybody in want. Understand me? I agree with this. It's what I say. It's a case where sometimes people don't like hear the hard truth. Especially if you're in a situation where you say, Jano, you know, so I've been through a few man do I really want to love now. And for years, CMR come and tell me them, yo, CMR phone in share chat, me don't want to hear what you say. When the real reality is if you line up 50 million man now, and we put out everybody body count, and if you have 20, everybody who have less than you are going to get picked over you. And that's just that's just the truth. Whether it is a high value man or a whatever. When nobody not pick you now, you end up off a circle.
All right, y'all. I feel like this is it. This tonight on After Dark was a very
Dr. Phil Entertainment Enterprise.
a very learning topic, and you know, I hope all of us were here listening and learning, and you know, get something from it so we can relate it into whether our relationship, somebody else, or something, but learn from it, you know, because that's exactly what I was doing. The final caller. Good night.
Good night. Well, so I end up being the person to close the line because I'm actually calling back.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
yeah, close it. I guess I saw the universe wanted to be.
I guess that's how it is. I I was actually going to call two things because you end up saying something a while ago, CMR, that I'm not in total agreement with. So I'm going to touch on that and then say what I wanted to call and say to everybody basically. The part about a pastor's child, and you kind of say strongly that it is because that minister not actually living in secret, not living right. Why their child?
Before you continue, though, remember I said
up.
that's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but
Right.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe me never hear the opinion part of it. Is I wouldn't have worded it that way.
Yeah,
So if it is I understand your opinion, and it has some semblance of facts to it. It has a point, but the truth is that a pastor's child comes under attack viciously because you have to understand that if the enemy will use anybody, and who better than your child or your love or your spouse to get you away from purpose, to get you away from fulfilling what God has called you for.
Yeah.
Anybody, and when I say anybody, I mean anybody. If you're one pick me, we use your one pick me and try to discredit you based on what your child has done or something like that.
True.
So it is not necessarily true that that minister is not living right in secret.
Yeah.
The reality is that a pastor's child comes under heavy attack constantly. And so, I grew up hearing my pastor deliberately say, hey, I don't put my children out there. He doesn't talk about his kids too much. And every now and then he might. But he deliberately doesn't talk about his kids, their achievements, their intentions and such, because it is almost like you're putting them in harm's way when you do that, when you expose them.
I like how you say
So
that, Carl. Wait, one thing. I like how you say that is no, yes, no, yeah, no. That this I could also be a part of when I respond to that because the reason why I respond in that way to it was more of a in defense because I hate to hear people always I say I could have passed her daughter, she had do this. You see me?
mhm,
So with my opinion, I'm also gonna add the spiritual realm to it where you just explain. So I'm happy you said that, and I'll add that to my viewpoint of what the child might see too for them to be rebellious. And then it might just be the attack
true.
with them commander for them to behave. So because I personally, as a child, if I have no reason to slander my father or mother, I will not do it ever. Unless I have
Mhm.
to do it because they break the law in some way or somehow. So for them to
Right,
do that,
right.
I was just thinking, you know what? I missed the real thing that you just said. The spiritual aspect for the war with them, the fight with them commander because that's the pastor's child. So I'm gonna add that to
Yeah,
my opinion also. Continue.
yeah, man. Trust me, it's a constant fight. And I use a simpler example. I am not a pastor's child, but I grew up in church. My parents were ministers, like deacons and missionaries. So
Yeah,
I grew up in that.
yeah,
And I remember it's not that they calm me down, it's not that I'm too protected. But the only thing we did really know is church, Sunday school, church, and school. Not
yeah,
really gone away. Then we allow them to go, them sports day and them look at thing there, yeah. I remember the first time we go out on a school trip and the bus reached back 9 o'clock in the night. Reach at Ochi. It's a Ochi man. Bus reach back at Ochi 9 o'clock in the night. I first me there at Ochi 9 o'clock in the night. You know, walk up and down in that Ochi looking for nothing at all. You know.
yeah. Because you never
Why?
experienced
Just
that.
get where.
You
Never
get where.
experienced it before.
Yeah,
Get where.
yeah.
All me do a walk and look from the clock to ocean to island village. Just a walk. You
Yeah.
know,
And
looking
that
for
and,
nothing.
and that very same explanation can be why a pastor daughter also get where so because when she was
Yeah.
growing up, she was never exposed to certain things. Not that
Right.
not that the
Right.
female them were
Right.
exposed not do things, because sometimes when you do get exposed, you're bad too. You see me?
But exposure is relative.
Exactly.
Exposure in a sense is relative because if the parent there's an old school way of parenting where there are some things we just don't tell the child or we shield the child from, and the child's mind is one that is curious, and so when things are actually happening to the child's body, the child is also hearing things, seeing things. If you as a parent don't control the narrative, then the child becomes even more curious and then will step out of the way to try and find out what is really happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they do step out, it becomes such a thing that boy, it look bad all on the parent.
Yeah.
So it does. So yeah, it don't fully mean that the parent is not living right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So
We
that's what I
can
want
curve.
to
Yeah, yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So I think to paraphrase or to close what the last thing I wanted to say to everybody is, you know, and I wanted to use the scriptures. I want to submit to everybody tonight that the word of God says that seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else. It says all other things. So to include husband or wife that you're looking for will be added. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it goes on to say that if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature, new creation. It means that anything that was before is now new. And nobody knows you like God knows you. And therefore, I am saying if you seek Him first, you allow Him to lead, to take the lead, to guide you. When you find that person, regardless of what they have been through, whether they have been rape victims or abuse victims, if that person also has submitted themselves to God, they have become a new creature. And together, life can be beautiful. Even if you've been in your relationship and things have gone to a particular place, if you are to resubmit or to submit yourself to God if you weren't before, you can become a new creature and experience life in a new way because only God can change certain things, and only God can make certain things a reality.
So, all
That's
right,
what I wanted to say.
yeah, all right, man. I think I understand that way you say in terms of when we had a caller we call in where I say so CMR think say somebody we have 20 body count can't turn out to be the perfect woman for a man. And then when you just say, see God, all the way you just say, then you can become a brand new person. Then the female probably can be the perfect woman to somebody. If me can put it in another context, the way you just explained.
Yeah, to some extent you can. To some extent you can put it in that context. Because while the person is still the person, as I said, we cannot find our true selves outside of God. And that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? And so when you do submit yourself and humble yourself and say, hey, may I give you control of my life and I want you to show me the way, you start to think differently, you respond differently, and you see things differently. And when you do that, automatically life in itself starts to change. Your partner responds differently. You respond differently. And what has happened is that sometimes we think that a new start means new people and new places. No, new mindset. And you have a whole new life. Just a new mindset. And you have a whole new life. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
So big up on yourself.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Some people were saying they were off to bed. Sandra, I see that you just joined as we are about to end the live. But tonight, After Dark is more so listening and learning. So it's a wrap for me because it is almost 2:30 and I need to go to bed, go shower and go to bed. So I thank you guys so much for being here. Everyone that shared their opinion, everyone that called in. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we were talking about and stuff. Whether in the comment section, whether you call in, whether you agree, whether you disagree, it is just for us to listen and learn and voice our own opinion, So I thank you guys for being here, staying, Facebook, YouTube. I appreciate everybody. I hope us female and there's men as well that's listening. I want to more so focus on the part of, the spiritual part of the conversation of different spirits that we have lingering in our bodies and in our home. That was the good part for me. So, woman, if you're out there sleeping with a lot of men, just bear in mind that you're going to bring home some demons and they're going to live in your home, in your body. And those that are in your body, they also have different demons for themselves. And when them have 2 demons, then bring it upon you, plus the rest of them with the you understand me, and the list goes on. Also men would think it is okay if you have multiple women, and you know what? That's how it should be because I'm a man. Just always remember, your life no must be sweet because these women, them salt, we use the word salt, and they're probably having sex with other men that is also salt, and that's coming on you. And then you have kids. And now we wonder why our kids are behaving certain way and why we are behaving certain way and we cannot even find ourselves. We're so lost because you know what? Those spirits start controlling our bodies and we just don't know ourselves no more. You look in the mirror, you don't even know yourself no more. You're a total different person. So I hope we learn something. And women, if it's not, if you can, if a man not treat you right, go move on. Don't worry about that 2 body count. Go move on. The 3rd one will accept you. I'm pretty sure of that because that means you don't settle for something just because, I know I'm a body count be more than 5. If you're not happy, go get the 6th one and you'll be happy. Okay? Same thing, man. Stop run up on a body count because we women not like it either. An experienced man, I mean, over 50 body counts. An experience, because you know what? There's men out there who have so much mileage from them. You meet them and I have to teach them. They don't even know how to make love. You're going to have to teach them. You with your little minimum body count. So what were you doing? So sometimes it just not make sense.
Try learn. Them just one joke.
I'm just saying, but then you come thinking, okay, women no want a man virgin, you know. We want a man no experience, you know. But then you say, all right, the dog experience, and you come. It's like, what is? Huh? I thought you were a rude boy.
I
You
agree.
don't even know how to slap the ass good. You just don't know how to do nothing. What were you doing with all these women? So I just feel like, you know, it's okay. Woman, me believe say woman and man is not the same, you know. But at the same time, don't think it is okay if you feel like say, oh, you feel have a woman with loyalty you and you're out there on the road. It's not right.
I agree. I agree with most of what you say, except when you tell you woman them about find the 6 man.
No,
You see
but
me?
if a woman feel like she don't want to run up her body count, why settle in a relationship that there's cheating and there's unhappiness?
And like I said, and that might be true, but you still run the risk of having a high body count where you're not gonna find
That
Mr.
don't make
right.
no sense what you're saying. You don't know. And that's so when you do business, I use the example today with business. You have $100,000. You have the 100,000 where you're sure about, right? And you say you hear about investment to make more money. What are you gonna do with it? It's a risk.
And that's
So-
why I just said she
so-
run the risk of
But-
not finding the man what she
but
want
at least she
because
knows
she have
that.
a high body
But at
count.
least she know that she can be single.
That is
She can
why
be single after the 6th one, but you can't say a woman for stay because
I never
of
said
body
that.
count. Say in an
I
abusive
never said that.
relationship, a cheating relationship, and a
She
relationship,
made the choice. I never said that. What I said.
and a relationship that is not even happy.
Alright,
Why
when you
stay?
done, we can
Because
talk.
me no want my body count come off of one hand. When really and truly,
That's just a scapegoat talk. If you tell you woman them foolish. Listen.
so okay, so
Try
you
to
agree.
make the decision. I'm not saying you're gonna find Mr. Right and you're gonna know where a man capable of saying I'm gonna beat you or whatever. Since I that you use, I'm gonna beat you or whatever. You understand me? I didn't say anything, and I'm not saying you should stay in an unhappy relationship. I'm just saying, just like you say, if you have 100,000, you invest it, you run the risk of the money just blowing up. And it's the same if you're gonna have multiple partners, you run the risk of having a high body count, and guys are gonna find that unattractive. What wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. You understand me? So I'm not saying them to stay and be unhappy. If you think having 20 man and find love is making you who you is, then fine. But you're on that risk. then.
You see how you be particular when you're saying that.
I'm not being particular.
You're not listen. You be particular when you're voicing your opinion. My opinion is saying it's not even running no risk. It's saying the 6th man is the man. What if he is?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's how you gonna test it.
She still a carry all the way you talk about in the spiritual realm and the demon
And
the
that
whole of them
is
stuff
true,
there.
but at the same time, you know, say you can't get deliverance from all these Jezebels and all these spirit that's lingering in you and in your home. You
Alright.
can't get deliverance. Sometimes we just feel like it is okay. Like me say, we accept such things just for happen. So sometimes we make things happen to ourselves because we put ourselves in position where you start wonder, oh, things that go good for you last year and this year just get salt. But when I sit down and say, you know, say the girl they do, I was a salt. When I sit down and say that.
And sometimes you just don't apply yourself. You apply yourself last year, never apply yourself this year.
But
It can be that.
That's what I'm saying. When you're talking, you talk on your opinion. What I am saying
That's
is,
not my opinion.
what if that is it? I'm not saying that is not it. Or it could not be
that.
it.
Why
But
you
what me
get
I
roll
say
up?
is,
Why you get roll up?
because when you talk, you love say your opinion. So this is my opinion. So don't say, but what if, because I wasn't being, but what if your opinion don't make sense and nobody knows something with it? What me I
Never
say
said
is,
that. Mr. Chris, I agree But the only thing we disagreed was what I said. What's wrong with that part of it?
All right, y'all. My thing is, especially when we have kids, sometimes we wonder why we get salt. Y'all better check yourself, And this goes for men and women. Sometimes because we not believe in a certain stuff, and we believe when we say talk about spirituality, we think that it is dopey, or we feel like a obia, or we feel like it is demons, But we live and we learn. So I'm happy the type of person that I am. You understand me? But at the same time, sometimes we have to know enough is enough. So I am happy of who I am. I learn every day, and I'm still learning. And that's on that.
Shan say, real man don't watch your past. That's what you hope.
I think one person should, know what they have done. But, means if a woman do with over 5 or 10 man, means she not going to find a good man.
No, we never say that. Our
You
chances
understand?
of finding a good man get lower and lower and lower. That's what I'm saying. But, as me say, everybody have them viewpoint, them opinion, and them share it how them feel. You understand me? We have a predominant female audience, so of course them are go want the narrative to be how you look at it. And I'm just, I speak from a logical perspective and not just feelings and emotion and hoping. It's not, isn't it?
I'm not in my feelings. I'm just speaking.
So
I'm just speaking
not say in your
in
feelings.
general. No, but what I'm saying too is you're being logical, and you're being not just talking about yourself. I feel like most of what you're saying is yourself, because you have other men that comes on the panel, and I'm pretty sure they probably high value men too, and they speak that it doesn't matter to them.
I didn't hear nobody saying it matter to them.
No, what me I say is,
I
yeah,
never
one of
heard
the
that.
call in and say body count really and truly,
him
but
not
at
say
the
that.
same time,
Him never say
him
that.
say him get a virgin.
Him never said that.
What did he say?
He said, we as man have high body count to a woman take away. So we supposed to can take a woman with high body count too. That's what he said. And you know when pick an idea? He picked a virgin. So that still say what me I say. He never picked a woman with 20 body count. He ended up picked a virgin. That says it all. But it sure come to an end, is all I say. So we still there longer than we say we are there, actually 2.5 hours.
All right, y'all. It's a wrap. Have a good night. We'll see you guys next week. If there's a topic that you guys want to talk about, you can send a message and we'll get on with it. But tonight was good. All right? Have a good night, y'all. Always remember God is love.